You know what? That was one badass trailer, wasn't it? Man, there was so much cake in this trailer, and I am not complaining. But we're going to break down some really cool stuff here going on with some of the boss mechanics that you may have missed, some of the new areas. Of course, Ultimate Freyna was teased, and then, yes, our brand new Descendant. So I say we start from the very beginning. Good reason to, of course, rewind it here. I mean, I'm not going to complain that I have to rewind it. As you can see, we're checking the scene out just because of the absolute beautiful vista. In fact, let's take a look at that mountain one more time. As you can see, look at that mountain there. That's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, my God, this is probably one of the most curvaceous descendants we have so far. Dear God. And then we have Amon here, who is standing ominously looking outward. What is he up to? Some people think that there's going to be something new with space going on. And then we have some platforming, and I did see some comments saying, oh no, not more platforming, dear God. But we'll see how it plays out. Looks like it's tied into perhaps a new dungeon, and then he's up to no good, as you can see. But yeah, we also have this kind of like poisonous infection that appears to be spreading either through the dungeon or the world. So I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to evolve the world this time around. And it appears some sort of new boss here. I don't know if this is going to be considered a sub-boss or a full-blown boss. We'll have to wait and see, but it kind of worries me that there's these like floating ball tanks around him. Hopefully this mechanic does not annoy you guys, but yeah, it looks like it's going to offer up quite the challenge for sure, as you can see there. Now here is another look at some of that infection spreading throughout. And what's interesting here is there's these pillars on the outskirts. You're going to see more of those in just a moment. And it looks like you have to knock those pillars down by shooting the infection off of them. And I'm wondering if all of this infectious spread will disappear. And I'm also curious if you're going to have some sort of new resistances to survive this area. But yeah, this shot here kind of supports what I was saying. It looks like everything is perhaps being infected throughout the entire world, throughout maybe all of the hub spaces, all of the areas that we know of. They didn't really indicate that we'd be getting a new area, of course. But we have Glay front and center. And people did know, hey, there's a lot more Kyle and Esimo in this trailer, which might mean, and might be a tease, and I'm speculating here that we might see some sort of buffs around them. A lot of people have been requesting that, so maybe there's some reworks that we will be seeing around these two characters, because they are kind of more prevalent as we go throughout this trailer as well. So it's cool to see them, for sure. But yeah, here we go. More infection, as you can see, awakening the forbidden ancient technology. So here is what I was talking about. These strange pillars also have this weird infection on them and some sort of like interesting colorized flooring here. I don't know if this is going to be some sort of cooperative mini game. I remember Anthem, when they introduced their Cataclysm type stuff, introduced some interesting concepts with similar mechanics. We'll see how this one plays out. But yeah, here is Kyle doing his thing, and you can see he is activating one of these little circles and it turns purple. So I'm wondering if you're going to have to activate them in order or a certain order. And that's how you're going to be successful if it is also some sort of puzzle. Hopefully it does not annoy you guys. You never know. And I'm curious to see how this sort of mechanic would play out in both solo, randoms, and of course with the team, because all that stuff has to, you know, come into fruition, and it does matter, of course. And here is the pillar. Of course, this is Ultimate Bunny knocking down that infection from the pillar. That seems like it's going to be an important gameplay mechanic. And it looks like we have a new skin possibly for Valby, it appears. So yeah, they did say that we are going to be getting new skins. We're going to be getting a new weapon as well. And then more on the new Ultimate Descendant in just a moment, because they definitely did tease that. And here we go. It looks like we have some cinematics. Cinematics are going to be a bit prevalent in this one. Some new boss, it appears. And hey, here we go. The new Descendant with her railgun sniper. That looks freaking badass. It looks like, let me rewind that a little bit more. Looks like she has some sort of fire damage she can actually unleash, but it offers up some sort of explosion. One more time, take a look at that explosion right there. And it might actually spread some fire around as well. But she is known as a cold character. So she is going to be kind of like Viessa, unleashing some cold stuff. But also check this out right here. Boom. See that? Now this might be also an area effect move. As she charges up her weapon, she can clear out mobs near her and then unleash her big ray gun. That would be a really, really cool mechanic. Then we got some teases into Ultimate Freyna. It looks like she is going to be the Descendant that gets a brand new story in this one, because yes, it has been confirmed that there is going to be a brand new story for one of the Descendants. So it looks like it's going to be Freyna, which will lead us to her ultimate version. But check this out right here. This looks absolutely freaking awesome. Boom! More cake in the trailer. And yes, there is her ultimate version unleashed right here. And it looks like she is going to be getting a braided ponytail. I saw some people be like, why does she have a braided ponytail? What is going on? And I'm like, why not? You know? But she looks really badass. And I'm curious to see what type of ultimate modules she will be getting. No details about that just yet. So yeah, we'll be finding out. And then this is a very ominous looking character right here. Very cool. Conquer the fear of death. And finally, we get our look at our brand new Colossus that we will be battling. This one looks actually very different. As you can see, this Colossus flies clear up. Trying to get a good look at it here. Almost looks like centipede-like in a way, in some ways, but also spherical. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a tough one to battle. And they do show Ultimate Freyna, I believe this is her. And I imagine that they're going to keep doing what they've done with previous releases of brand new Colossus. Kind of tie in some sort of module for the new Ultimate into the boss. So to make it a little bit like more manageable to battle that boss. Some people like that, some people do not. But yeah, this looks really, really cool. And very impressed by the trailer, by the way. The visuals, the presentation of the trailer. It's a shame that it did leak. I'm sure the team, they were kind of bummed that this did leak out in the open. But I'm also glad that they're just letting it go, you know, and letting it unleash on the First Descendant community and the gaming community. And they probably will have some sort of blog post again around August 23rd. That was supposed to be the release day of this trailer. So I think they're going to have some information for us on that day, full-blown blog post. So we still have something to look forward to during Gamescom related to the First Descendant. So it's all good. It's not like it's all a loss. But yeah, I say we highlight some of your top comments from my recent video, which was not too long ago at all. So you guys can check out 2 videos that I previously posted. They do have specific details about Season 1, so check that out on the channel. And a bunch of other cool stuff about dates and things like that. But anyway, here we go. We have the first top comment here. It says, the braid for Freyna works and she is poison theme, and that braid works well for a scorpion tail motif, as seen in the teaser. 100% agree. So I was like scratching my head over anyone that would like complain about her having a braid. I think it's just really cool looking anyway. So yeah, that's a really cool option they're going to have for Freyna. Now also it says this, my prediction, Hailey will be a burst type character. She will deal a massive amount of damage once in her ult. Similar like Kyle, except Kyle launched himself to the enemy. Hailey will shoot a giant laser beam. That seems like it is going to be by all means what is going to be happening. But it looks like to me she might also have an interesting area of effect type move when going into that beam mode. So I'm thinking, you know, and I'm totally speculating here, that she will be able to clear mobs near her when she is initiating that mode. So that would actually be really, really cool. All right, next up, we have this one. So here's what I've learned throughout the preseason. A 38% drop rate can feel like 0.01% after 20 misses in a row. A 1.5% drop rate is achievable on your first try, mostly if it's a drop you don't care about. 200,000 kills is not as easy as it sounds. Farming for Enzo's red mods could be considered torture in some countries. Looking forward to the first season, though. Yeah, so about the 200,000 kills thing, they are adjusting what they're doing with seasonal rewards with Season 1. They have said that. They are aware, hey, you know, we kind of overdid it on that one and don't expect that to be the same case in Season 1. So this team, they adjust very, very quickly to things. And the biggest question is, when are they going to actually start tinkering with the drop rates or messing around with those? Because that seems to be the one big thing that I am noticing time and time again that the community is talking about. Like, yeah, you say the drop rate is fair, but still something feels off. And they're supposed to do something like a guaranteed drop rate mechanic. We'll see. All right, one more top comment. Let's check it out. It says, really wish they give us 3 seconds of invulnerability after being picked up. I keep picking people up in void, intercept, and they go back down in half a second later. Would also be nice to get some interruption resistance while reviving people. 100% agree. Again, no comments about this sort of thing, but knowing Nexon, I think they'll get on it. But there it is. What do you guys think about that teaser trailer? Let me know. Well, it's not a teaser trailer anymore. It's a full-blown trailer, isn't it? But let me know what you guys make of it. I think it looks badass, and the music was on point. You know, they're nailing down how they're actually marketing this game. So that's cool to see. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.